How we doing, folks? It's Joe Value here for Cold Bear Sports on Friday evening with 4 selections for my YouTube channel tomorrow, and I'm moving on to the Patreon service tomorrow as well. My first day in my new assignment, so looking forward to it. Looking forward to the new challenge, and I'm sure it'll be as successful as my daily tips were. And so yeah, all good on that front. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you've enjoyed the last few months. I'll still be sticking around on this channel with my 1 point tips, but the main fancies obviously are moving over to the service, Patreon service. So if you need details on that, go on to, it could be down below actually on my description, or else there will be on Mad Merrigan's page on his description. But it's cheapest chips to sign up. It's once off payment for a month, and you would be mad not to sign up, I would suggest. But anyway, moving on to tomorrow, as I said, I've got 4 selections. I've got two reasonably, well, one probably big outsider, but there's no prices through yet. Then I've a fancy for the big race in Cheltenham, and then I've two fancies elsewhere. So I suppose we'll start off in Fairyhouse. I just want to check to see are the prices through. I checked there a few minutes ago, and I'll just have another little gander. Just while I have you there, we're going on to the 12.55 at Fairyhouse. It's a horse I tipped up before called Son of Hypnos, and he done us a favour, to be fair to him. The last time I tipped him, he won at a big price, and I just seen there now no prices through, so that must be waiting until next year to put the prices through. But anyway, Son of Hypnos is, I thought he actually ran okay last time. He was ridden by a young inexperienced jockey, and I think that obviously he was a bit too free and probably a bit of a hard ride, but maybe the tack went as well a little bit. It looked an uncomfortable ride for the young jockey, and tomorrow Sean Flanagan takes over. Now I think he could be a huge price. I think he could be in the 20 to 1s or something like that. 16, 20 to 1, and I think if he is back on a right-handed track over 2 mile with Sean Flanagan taking over, I think he definitely could have a little say in the finish anyway. He might sneak into a place. So just see, is anyone, I see one crowd are going to be going 5 places, and some others are going 4 places, but look, as I say, it's all about price and it's all about value, this game, and I'm hoping this lad might be around 16, 20 to 1 chance. They're going to stick him up there as a point each way chance. We move on then to 2 o'clock in Cheltenham. Now this horse is a very, very good horse. Tomorrow, I'm just a bit afraid that the soft ground and the top weight might get to him. But the name of him anyway is Funamble Sivola. He's 7 to 1 tomorrow. Now some crowds are playing 6 places, so I'm pretty sure this lad has the quality to finish in the first 6, all going well. He can get a little bit low at his fences sometimes and give the other one a belt. But all in all, he's a really fluent jumper and a sweet traveller, and ran a cracker last time at Cheltenham. Finished second behind a horse by the name of First Flow. But he's great form last year as well. Look, he's probably due an old win, and it could happen tomorrow, but I'm just playing it safe. Well, it's as safe as you can, I suppose, putting them up as a point each way selection there, because as I said, Cheltenham is tough, as everyone knows. That uphill finish, it's not easy, and if he doesn't win tomorrow, he'll definitely be doing us a turn in the near future, possibly back on a flatter track. But I can understand why connections are going here, and they're getting in here off top weight, and he's a classy enough horse in my eyes, and I expect him to run well. That's Funamble Sivola in the 2 o'clock at Cheltenham. And then we're moving on to 2 horses at a shorter price, but the 2 of them should win, I'd say. I'm going to stick them in as a 1 point double, because if the double click, it'd be nice and I would pay for the rest of the day. Starting off in the 12.30 at Musselburgh, a horse by the name of Coollingham. Now, the problem here is he has a penalty to get over, but because he won a race earlier on. I thought he ran really well when he was second to one of Phil Kirby's last time. There are a couple of dangerous unexposed horses going over hurdles for the first time, but there's a horse in this called Inca Prince, who Mickey D tipped up last time when he won a Catrick, and I think this lad will go off like the clappers, like he did last time, and it could set it up nicely for Coollingham. I expect Brian Hughes to sit second, close enough to Inca Prince to strike late on, and it's going to be a bit of a culture shock for John O'Connell's horse and Paul Nicholas' horse who are having their first time over hurdles. If they can, if they can overcome the circumstances tomorrow, where it's going to be a rapid pace over for the first time over hurdles. Like, I mean, fair play to them. Just have to hold your hand up and say, very good performance. But I think Coollingham can run down Inca Prince, and he can get it done tomorrow. He's a 7-4 shot. And also on the 120 at Fakenham, horse by the name of Hidor De Bersy, who's an even money shot. The connections thought this lad would have won in Carlisle, but he definitely bumped into one in the shape of Nurse Susan, who's since turned out to be a very good mare for Dan Skelton. Then he ran the Utoxeter, where again he was taught to be a bit of a good thing, but he just proved he got a bit stuck in the mud, and that can happen in Utoxeter, as you've seen there today. Horses finishes very tired, so it's a hard old track on them sometimes, and I think Fakenham will be a bit easier. There's a front runner that's called Menden Gate, so he can sit second there, Tom Scudamore, and hopefully get the better of the front runner late in the day, and that should pave the way for victory. So point win on them two. Coollingham in the 12:30 at Musselburgh, and in the 120 at Fakenham, Hidor De Bersy. So that's your lot for tomorrow. Don't forget about the Wheelborough podcast. We got a great response from that. People getting in contact saying, we're educated, and I was educated too with some of the stuff that Paddy was talking about, and it just goes to show you never stop learning in this game. But if you haven't seen it, the Wheelborough podcast, it's on the Cold Bear Sports page there. Well worth having a look at when you get a bit of time. And tomorrow, as I said, my first day on the Patreon service. Sign up, lads. You won't regret it. I have one bullet to shoot tomorrow, so I'm expecting him to win. Hopefully he does, and that'll basically pay for your first week's prescription, or near enough anyway, depending on, I suppose, what you have on it. But you're not exactly paying a whole lot of money to sign up in the first place. So look, best of luck if you're following me. Thanks very much for the support, and I'll talk to you on New Year's Day. Have a brilliant New Year. Thanks for being on the journey with us, and big things coming. RDA Labure. It's Latin for the best is yet to come. Take care. Joe Value for Cold Bear Sports.